Hey YouTube, I'm Maya, and today I'm coming with a bookish video for the first time in forever. Um, so I'm just going to talk about what I've read this month and what I'm reading this month and what I might be reading next month, depending on how life goes. One of the books that I read this month is actually a magazine, and it is Fire. Fire magazine of Black speculative fiction, and this is the cover for it. The theme for this month. Well, okay, I guess I'll talk about it a little bit first. So it is a Black speculative fiction magazine, um, created by Black writers and editors, with stories written by Africans and people from the African diaspora. Um, and each quarter has a theme. So the theme for this quarter was a historical blackness, aka blackness in places where you don't typically see it a lot, like not in mainstream media. So, um, like I am here for the mission of this magazine, for every single story that I've read that's been in this magazine, for the cover art, which is always gorgeous. Um, if you're not subscribed to this, then I don't know what to tell you. Get your life. I will put a link down in the description box for where you can subscribe or buy the past individual issues or just some of the really cool merch that they have. Um, and I don't really know how else to help you. You need to get in on this. So the next book that I read is Memphis Picatta El Corazon by Jessie Kale. Um, this this is amazing. Okay, so I know your first question is, what is Memphis Picatta El Corazon? So I actually got to talk to Jesse a little at a show he was at. He was one of the artists performing at a concert that I went to last month, and I got to talk to him a little bit about the book. And basically, Memphis Picatta El Corazon is a mashup of different words and phrases, but together it's a blessing from one artist to another. And it means to refresh the creative heart, renew the mind, give life to the soul. And yeah, it's just like a really positive blessing from one artist to the other. Like, I wish you life and inspiration, or I wish you hope. I wish for your heart to be renewed. Just basically along those lines. And I love this book because one of the major themes, especially closer to the end, is the idea of hope, and that hope is free to have and to give and to protect and create. And right now, we need hope, like, more than ever. So I do really support that idea. And I also support that he kind of gives images to the thoughts that you don't really know how to describe. But in this book, there's a picture or a line or something that perfectly describes what you might be going through that you can't really put a description to. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, let me stop before I get emotional about this. So that's what I've read. And what I'm reading this month is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I'm reading that on Kindle, on my phone through the Kindle app. But anyways, I'm about 60 something percent done with it, 61% through, and I like it so far. I don't know, I'm in this reading place where like I'm not really here for romance, and um this does heavily feature a romance, and it's a bit predictable like once it's announced. Um, so I don't really appreciate that part, but it is a really interesting retelling of is this spoilery? Okay, this part might be spoilery, but it's kind of a reimagining of the story of the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. Um, and the way she tells the story is like you can kind of see how the Red Queen got to be who she is. Um, but yeah, that's basically all I'm going to say about it for now. I might do a full review once I've finished. Yeah, once I finish, I might do a full review. Let me know if you want that. Okay, so once that's done, there are 3 books that I want to read. Um, I don't know if I'm going to read all 3 yet or just pick one and stick with it. But number 1 on the list, oh, it's so heavy, is Hamilton the Revolution by Lin-Manuel Miranda and Jeremy McCarter. So this would be a reread for me. I haven't read it in a couple years. Wait, when did this come out? Okay, no, it came out in 2016. So I haven't read it in about that long. But it's really interesting. It's got all of the songs, including the ones that aren't included in the musical. Well, no, they're in the musical, but they're not on the soundtrack. So it's got all those lyrics and annotations from Lynn, and then the chapters talk about like the people. Like it's a chapter for Philippa Sue, who in the original Broadway cast played Eliza Hamilton. There's one for W. Diggs and Oak. Okay, let me see if I can get his name right. Okiriete Anadawan, aka the Mighty Oak. And they both played Thomas Jefferson / Marquis de Lafayette and James Madison / Hercules Mulligan. And it's got really great photography. Cabinet Battle 1. But yeah, like I love this book. I love it so much. It looks really good on a bookshelf or on a coffee table. I haven't decided which place I like it more at. So that's one of the books I'm most likely going to be reading once I'm done with Heartless. I might be reading Be More Chill by Ned Vizzini. And I didn't actually know that this was a book. I found the book through the Broadway play of the same name. I haven't seen the play, but I've been really into the soundtrack for the past month or so. Yeah, for like the past few months. I'm sure, well, yes, there are videos of the play circulating the interwebs. You didn't hear it from me. But basically, the book is interesting. The premise is a high school boy who's in love with a girl. And then he finds out about this tiny little pill that it kind of brainwashes whoever the person that takes it. They kind of are told how to dress, how to act, how to walk, how to talk, how to basically be the person you've always wanted to be. But there is a dark side, of course, and it has consequences. So yeah, this is possibly a book I'll be reading. And then the other one is The Prey of God by Nikki Drayden. And I actually found this book through Bio Magazine. I think I talked about this in an Amazon haul before, so I'm not really going to talk too much about it again. Actually, we'll probably definitely be reading this because there's also an AI uprising. So I'm assuming that this will have tips on how to prepare for our robot overlords. Don't know. But those are the books that I might be reading. What else? Oh, I did have one DNF book for the month, and that was book 2 of the Themis Files. What's it called? Sleeping God? Waking God? Sleeping Giant. No, Waking God. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was called Waking God. And I tried to listen to it on audiobook. I don't know if I didn't like the actors because it was really interesting to listen to. But I couldn't really get fully into it to like dedicate that time to listening. So I may try to find a physical or ebook copy to read. I'm not really sure yet. But anyways, that was my month in books. If you like this video, then be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books or if they sound interesting enough to read. So, thanks for watching. Bye.